It's the first ever Look at My Records live stream as part of the Left Bank Magazine Virtual Music Festival. I'm super stoked to have Bandits on the Run here with me. Just before we get into it, we played Relative Mind by Miracle Sweepstakes to kick off the show. Get their new album, Rorschach, via Bandcamp, miraclesweepstakes.bandcamp.com. But Bandits on the Run, I'm so stoked to have you guys here. It's been awesome so far talking before we went live. Great to catch up. How are you guys doing out there in North Carolina is where you're at right now?
Yep.
Yeah, we're in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We found out the other day. We've got a little cabin up here. It's our pandemic hideaway for the time being.
We're super lucky. We were on tour on the way to South by Southwest, and then obviously everything went down. So we don't do anything like kind of half-assed. We're like, if we're going to quarantine, we're going to quarantine in the mountains in a cabin.
You guys, and I just want to
it's been nice.
I just want to remind everyone that if you want to tip Bandits on the Run, the info is right here. Someone just mentioned in the comments, Regina, that the Venmo may be incorrect. What is it, at Regina Strayhorn?
It's at Regina-Strayhorn.
Okay, I'm going to fix I'm going to fix that right now. There you go, everyone.
Awesome.
Thank you, Lego Indian guys, for pointing that out. And the info is right here. If you want to tip Bandits on the Run, they'll be performing later on in the hour. But you guys are holed up in North Carolina. You're writing music. Is this a big creative period for the three of you right now?
Oh, for sure.
Actually, yeah. It's been nice. I mean, I don't know. In New York, it's hard to just get three people in the same room. I mean, we rehearse and hang out a lot, but it's kind of cool to have just some time that's dedicated solely to working on our stuff. And I mean, like, that's the positive spin we've put on it, because we were really bummed out for a while, because this was going to be our first time at South by Southwest, and we were really looking forward to a lot of the spots we were going to tour to. So we've been trying to be as, like, sunny side as we can about it.
It's true.
Yeah.
But we've been meaning to write for a while. I mean, because we've been in a release cycle for like the last year now. Yeah. Essentially. So we haven't had a lot of time to sit down and kind of brainstorm some new tunes. So this has actually been just a wonderful time. We've been working on some new originals and also some new covers to show to our audience soon. Yeah,
it's funny, like, we've been trying to have this time, and so the universe has sort of been like, well, here you go. But it's great because we were hustling for the past a lot of like content, and we're releasing a bunch of videos, and now we're sort of like, well, now's a good time to release stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Quarantine people are hungry for content.
Yeah, we are, and you're serving it up for sure. And yeah, I was also really disappointed about South by Southwest as well, but it seems like you guys are adapting to the adversity very well. So tell me a little bit about your origin story. Is really unique. I know you spent time busking on the New York City subway, and that's kind of how you guys met and started playing music together. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So, well, the sort of story where Adrian and I met was, we tell this story all the time, and I never know the best way to tell it. But he was playing music on the subway platform, and I had just moved to New York like a few months before that. And I saw him playing, and I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. I was going to kind of, give him $1 and walk away. And then he started talking to me and asked me if I wanted to hear another song, and I was like, sure. So then you played for me, and then the train came, and I was like, okay, well, I got to go. And you were like, actually, I should go too. So kind of packed up his stuff and got on the train with me.
Very quickly. I actually hadn't been planning on going, but when an opportunity comes along, you have to grab it.
Yeah.
And I kind of sensed that Sydney was a bit of a like mind, and we quickly figured out that we're both musicians.
Yeah. And Regina and I went to college together, so we've known each other a long time.
And we would write songs together in college, but kind of just for fun. And it's funny, I actually think back on those memories, and people were like the songs are really good. And we were like, oh, thanks. But like never really envisioned, you know, doing a musical endeavor together. Yeah. But then when I moved to New York, I moved in with Sydney. And we were all three hanging out, and Adrian was like, let's go play music in the subway. And me and Sydney were like, I don't know. But he convinced us, and it was honestly a truly like a magical moment. Like, I know that might sound like an exaggeration, but it was really an aha moment. Yeah. Like, there's something here. So.
Yeah, and that was about 6 years ago. So we've been at it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you guys continue to play on the subways and stuff like that on a regular basis. Do you find yourselves writing songs while you're playing together on the subway, or is it more arranged performances and stuff, or does creativity strike?
I mean, we tend to be a very arrangement heavy band. Like we spend a lot of time working out vocal harmonies, but there's been
like specific things.
There have been like definitely covers that we've tried out like for the first time on a platform.
Yeah, the subway's a good workspace because it's like you know, it's a free space to sing as loud as you want and see what works with people and what doesn't work with people.
Because no audience is as honest as a group of New Yorkers that are strangers, because like if it's good they'll pay attention, if it's bad they will ignore it. So it's like you know.
Yeah, but I mean also you don't have to worry about really what people think because everybody's going to be leaving in the next 15 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
So if
you can embarrass yourself.
Yeah, if you take a risk and it totally flops, then bye.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And it seems like your live performance is such a big part of what Bandits on the Run is all about. So when you're writing music, how important is it for you guys for it to translate into the live setting? Are you very conscious of that when you're writing music?
Yeah, I mean, we all sort of come from a performance background. We all like studied acting in school, and so, but we don't necessarily think about performance. But I think one of the things that we all love about Bandits is that we can pick up our instruments and play it here and now. Like we don't need amps, we don't need computers. Like we love that to be the core of what we do, is that it can be immediate. So,
and it can be acoustic, so it can just be like us on a porch or in a parking lot or wherever we go. So like there's an immediacy to it.
Yeah. So I think we're all kind of impatient too, and we just want it to sound how we want it to sound, like in that moment. So it's like we don't need anything else. We'll make it happen together. So I do think that translates to our writing a lot.
I don't think we've ever written something that we couldn't just like play in front of people.
No. Right.
Although the Love in the Underground side B is like kind of getting to that point where we do need a piano to perform that.
And there are songs where we're like, oh, horns would be nice here or whatever, but it's definitely not like essential to the songwriting.
And we definitely in our sets about like tone and kind of an arc and making sure that everything flows really well. And so moving forward as we're writing, we are kind of thinking like, where would this song fit in the context of a live set, you know? And I'm actually really excited as we like continue to write things, especially during this time, to like maybe take a look at like if we have any kind of holes. Like we're looking for this kind of song.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe we should like experiment with trying to fill that. You know, that's a new thing that we're jazzed about.
Oh, for sure. That we've already started writing songs like to do that. Like Now Is the Time, which is a song that we're working on this week, is definitely meant to be like an introductory, like setting the tones kind of song. Like it's there to be like, here is what we're doing right now.
Your latest single, Love in the Underground, you just alluded to it. There's an A-side version of Love in the Underground, which is there's more going on, and the B-side, Love in the Underground, which is a little more stripped down. Tell me about why you guys decided to create two versions of the song.
Well, so the song is about that night when Sydney and I met, and it has like a double meaning already to us, because like it's in some ways it's about specifically that story, but also about like opening yourself up to the kindness of strangers and to chance and spontaneity, and like those are things that have guided us throughout this journey for the last 6 years that we've been a band. But we really wanted to with the second. We were interested in exploring a different side that had a little bit more gravity, and so our producer William Garrett, aka Lucky Jesus, is his band name. When we were recording this A-side, he had something to do on the computer. He was like mixing or comping something, so he just sent us over to the piano. He was like, "You guys like mess around.
He's like, go do a piano version of it. Like, it'll be fun. And so we were just like, we just like dug in and we were like, we can make it really like kind of dark and like sad and blah, blah, blah. It was like, I thought you guys were just going to do some kind of honky tonk bullshit, whatever, but this is pretty cool. But we were really lucky because we got to record at Electric Lady Studios.
I was going to say, that's amazing.
And that piano was in Studio D, and that piano was the piano that that Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper did the "Shallow" song for "A Star Is Born," and we were like, we got it.
We were like the energy.
It is on both versions though.
Yeah, it is on both.
It's Love in the Underground A and also B.
Yeah. But it's funny. It wasn't like a super premeditated thing. It was like which is sort of the opposite of how we normally work. We normally put so much thought and effort, and it takes a while for us to build our songs. But with side B, it really kind of came together, and it was fun to see like the same story with the same lyrics. And, you know, a lot of like the same melody, like how can we highlight a different aspect of opening your heart, you know?
Yeah, because love isn't just about like serendipitous meetings on a subway platform or any kind of like meet cute story. It's also about, you know, the hard work of and pain that it takes to like open yourself up to another person.
And we're actually really excited because we filmed a like we don't even want to call it a music video because it's more like a short film, but we filmed a short film like telling the story of both of those songs. So it's like all in all like a 10-minute short film with side A and side B, and we found these beautiful actor dancer people who are a couple in real life. And we sort of painted the story of those songs together with it, and we're so excited to release this music video.
Can't wait for people to see it.
Yeah.
When's it coming out?
April. We don't know like when in April.
April. April is the 30-day month, right? So sometime in there. But that's really exciting. Yeah, so I read also that you guys have alter egos or aliases for the band. Tell me a little bit about that. I know, Sydney, you are Clarissa. No, you're Regina's Clarissa.
Clarissa, I'm the Dance of Jellyfish.
And you're Roy.
Yeah.
Roy, what's going on with this? Tell me about it.
No, you can't be a self-respecting bandit without an alias. So we all kind of like, it was part of the game that we played when we first started doing these like subway, train car, platform holdups. We were like, we gotta have bandit names. But it's kind of morphed into this this thing that's engaging other people. We encourage everybody to have a bandit name, and they can engage with the bandit universe or whatever they want. We often will do like scenes between us and other people's characters.
So what should mine be? It's a good question. I'm gonna have to think about it.
Yeah.
The only rule of being a bandit is that you must decide your own bandit name.
I can definitely do that. I'll get back to you because I don't want to just do it without really thinking about it.
There's gotta be
could go horribly wrong.
Yeah, but it's definitely in line with the tradition of being like, I'm Ziggy Stardust, or like I'm like, you know, whatever. It's definitely like very close to our own personalities, but just enough to have a sense of like, you know what, we're letting the world go. We're just having fun. We're playing.
It gives you permission to go just a little bit further, I think. Like bigger than you might be comfortable with. So, yeah.
So how did recording at Electric Ladyland Studios come about? I read that and I thought it must have been so thrilling to be able to do something like that and work there.
Yeah, we have a habit of kind of just sneaking into these like storied studios. We did like our last it was a live EP that we put out that we kind of snuck into the Power Station, which is this old storied studio that like John Lennon and David Bowie recorded at.
And Bruce Springsteen.
But it's often just like kind of finding people who are simpatico to our cause and convincing them to.
Our producer William Garrett has been working with us for like 3 or 4 years now, and he's kind of connected at these places and helps us kind of like he helps us like crack open the door a little bit for us.
It's like, have you heard of the Bandits? Yeah. Like they were looking for a place to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm into it.
And literally, in whenever like if there's any off hours moment. The second it's not being used, we're there.
Yeah, so often it's meant like we're gonna do it like sometime around May or June, and then like it has to just be like the right alignment of the celestial spheres for us all to be available at the time that this space is available.
Like the power station is like overnight.
I think we had one day to with the power station, and that's how we recorded the A side and B side over a couple of days, and that was the same kind of thing where probably like 2 days before William was like, oh, it looks like there's going to be some space available this weekend. Are you guys free? And we were like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Just go in. It keeps you from planning too much or like having too many preconceived notions about what exactly you're going to do. Mm-hmm. Just go in and do whatever you can.
Totally. And you guys, as you've mentioned, definitely do great cover songs as well. I loved the version of Back to Black on Live at the Power Station. I always find really important when doing a cover song is you don't want to exactly copy it. You want to give it your own unique take on it, which I think you guys really did. What goes into the process behind deciding a song to cover and then how to cover it so that you're paying homage to the original but also doing something a little different? And maybe specifically Back to Black you could speak to.
Yeah, I mean, well, specifically for Back to Black, like
that was just a song that was something that
I was covering like before I met you guys, by myself, and so like it's kind of like whatever we're drawn to.
Yeah,
like it's a song that speaks to you.
It's a song that speaks to you, and then it's like you use what you have to make it, and it's like I don't sound like Amy Winehouse or like have that whole thing, but I have a cello, so it's like what can I do with that? And 3 voices.
Yeah, we don't really have a methodology behind it. It really is very like kind of like I love this song so much. Like let's just we get in the room and we're all very distinct people with distinct skills, so it kind of ends up.
I think we just don't try to adapt to sound like that person.
Yeah,
I think that's where the danger is. Yeah. I think for something like we're actually working on a cover right now that we're really excited about, but
that one's pretty different too.
But that one we've totally like flipped on its head.
Well, that one happened because Adrian was just messing around on guitar, and like I was in the other room, and I just kind of noticed I was like, these chords kind of line up. They're actually pretty different from the chords of the song, but like I don't know, it was just like a moment where I was like, wait a second, like I ran and I was like, wait a second, maybe this. Very much like that. So yeah, I mean, like I don't know if that's a satisfying answer, but it's really kind of like whatever we feel and whatever we're into, and like we never try to be other people. I also think that factors into like people ask us all the time, what genre are you? And we have a really hard time answering because like we don't necessarily feel like we fit into any particular genre because we're like,
do we need a genre?
Do we need it? I don't know.
I mean, unnecessary.
Unnecessary. There is a conscientious choice, though, I think, that we make sometimes to try to find another dimension to a song. Like, kind of exactly what we did with Love in the Underground, which is our own song, trying to find, like, a different
we kind of did a cover of our own song.
But still honoring the same, like, lyrical framework and structural framework, but we're trying to say, like, be like, okay.
To say something else with it.
Like, if we're doing, like, Everlasting Light by the Black Keys, like maybe instead of making it like all ethereal and like up in your falsetto, like it can be like more like grounded or honest, or maybe it can, instead of like being funky, it can be acoustic, or like, or instead of fast, it can be slow. I mean, it could be like all these different oppositions that you can use to pull out some completely different story.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. I love Bandits on the Run, and you guys, you're going to play a very special live set coming up soon. What are you guys going to play? Tell us a little bit about what we can hear, what songs you're going to play.
Great. Well, we're going to play Love in the Underground.
Which we just released.
At the
beginning of this month. It's on Spotify and everything. That you can go listen to the A side and also the B side. And we've got some vinyl being pressed, so that'll be coming out in May sometime.
Yeah. And then we're going to play 2 songs that are not anywhere online, that are like originals that have become like kind of fan favorites now. And then we're we're gonna play one probably from the Power Station EP, and just like an old faithful, something new, something old. Yeah, we're excited.
Well, that is very exciting. And those two originals, are they coming out anytime in the future that are the fan favorites? Or
to a studio?
As soon as we can see anyone else ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're hunkering to get them out. Yeah.
Cool. And my friend Sam just had a great comment that I just added to the broadcast. Check out your 2020 NPR Tiny Desk submission when you get a chance. It's very well done. I'm a big fan of that Tiny Desk submission. Very, very well done.
Had a great time making it. For those of you who have not seen it, it involves a choir and a bookstore and a lot of people in a very small space having an insane amount of fun.
Yes. Which is something hopefully we will be able to do again someday.
Yeah, I want to hang out with you guys in real life at some point.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
I hope this ends someday.
Yeah.
Who knows? I think it will. I'm hoping it will, but I'm sure it will, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
All things must pass.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And this too shall pass. So
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys are gonna set up. In the interim, we're gonna play a music video by the band Holy Tunics from Brooklyn, New York. We're gonna play their song Victoria. It's off of their 2018 album Butter Dish, which you could get via their Bandcamp, holytunics.bandcamp.com. And when we come back, Bandits on the Run performing live. You're listening to the first and watching the first ever Look at My Records live stream episode for the Left Bank Virtual Music Festival.
Hey.
Do you want to say this is a stick up, a musical stick up, a virtual music stick up, musical stick up, virtual music? Yeah.
You're on.
Do you want to say that?
You're good.
Hey there, guys. We're Bandits on the Run, and this is a stick-up. A virtual musical stick-up! We're not strangers now.
Ticket to ride, going nowhere on a train past midnight. Bright city lights flickering by. I'm dragging my legs onto the platform, and there you are. Beat up on the top, song about to start. Oh my heart, oh my heart, oh let my weight hang in your hand. There's something right inside your eyes I just might understand. I don't know how, what a strange and sudden sound. We're not strangers now. Love in the underground. You pull me out of the wind, far from the thunder of the trains passing through. And all the streetlights hiding me, I see starlight shining. Oh my heart, oh let my weight hang in your hands. Something right inside those eyes I just might understand. I don't know how, what a strange and sudden sound. We're not strangers now. Love in the underground. In the city of a million doors, open one, there's a million doors. So is it that you're I don't know how, what a strange and sudden sound. We're not strangers love in the underground. What a strange and sudden sound. But we're not strangers now. Finally found love in the underground.
So that song one,
Just
it's
popping
so
in to
funny
say
to
that was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's kind of our calling card song. It's called Love in the Underground. It kind of is about the story about how myself and Bonanza Jellyfish, aka Sydney, met on a subway platform, if you're just joining us. But this next song gets a little more mysterious. Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're good to do.
No, let's
This
do
one.
it.
Okay. Yes. So imagine yourself in a foggy alleyway in New Orleans, perhaps not in your home, and the song is about ghosting. Ooh. Ready? Misdirection, smoke and mirrors, illusional game. Spellbound. I'm looking at you and I don't even know my name. Last thing I knew, I was leaving my glass on the mantle, following a mysterious man with a candle. I said, I don't know what kind of sweet talking charmer you are. The fog's rolling in and I'm feeling intrigued. Spellbound, you got me spellbound. Inspiration, smoking years of losing game. Spellbound, you got me spellbound. I look at you and I don't even know my name. Last thing I knew, I was winning at my hand poker. And the prize the night was an onyx and emerald choker. I turned to you and said, can you believe this love? You said, darling, it's just the beginning of all of this magic mystery stuff. Oh, spellbound, you got me spellbound. Inspiration, smoking years of losing game. Spellbound, you got me spellbound. I look at you and I don't even know my name. Spellbound. Last thing I knew, I went out for a look at the moon. And she whispered to me, never trust an enchanter too soon. But I turn away and go find you and say, I will leave myself behind. But all that was left of you was smoke and a half-drunken bottle of wine. Oh, spellbound, you got me spellbound. Misdirection, the smoking mirrors, illusional game. Spellbound, you got me spellbound. I look at you and I don't even know my name, my name, my name, my name.
I don't usually do it without socks or without shoes.
Yeah, we don't have any shoes on. Normally we're wearing shoes.
That was awesome as well. I just wanted to pop in real quick to remind everyone the Venmo and PayPal information is right here at the bottom of my finger. So if you're so inclined, you can tip Bandits on the Run, who are really playing an amazing set right now. And I'll send it right back to you guys.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
Thank you so much. Yes, tips are greatly appreciated.
I have, by the way, Tom, I have an idea, a submission for your bandit name, but I'll tell you later.
Can't wait to hear it.
So this next song we wrote kind of as a lullaby. It's a little more rock and roll than a lullaby, but we think it does the trick. And we kind of want to play it because, you know, it's a hard time right now. People need their minds a little eased.
Yeah, good song for a worried mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what else is good for a worried mind?
A tuned guitar.
Tuned guitar.
Yes. in your eyes, honey, world weary and wise, honey, they look to the skies for help. Nobody's there, darling, no one's taking your prayers, darling, and the troubles you got no one to tell. So lay your burdens down and talk to me, yeah, talk to me, my sweet. I wanna sing you to sleep. Lay down your worries, roll out to sea. I wanna hold all you lovers so sweet, give you a reason to breathe a little easy. Make yourself small, honey. You've been through it all, honey. But don't put up those walls, try to keep me out. I know it's hard, darling, to let that one go, darling. And I know I can't change what's bringing you down, so down. But here it's just you and me. So let me give you a comfort, please. That's all I need, my sweet. I wanna sing you to sleep. Lay down your worries, roll out to sea. I wanna hold all you lovers so sweet, give you a reason to breathe a little easy. I wanna let you know sing you to sleep. Lay down your worries, all out to sea. Cool.
Excellent. Great comment from Lame Dubois. He said this is a lovely rockin' lullaby.
Yes. I like to call it a rockabye, but like, I'm not sure that's a popular phrase among the Bandits.
Okay. I think
okay.
we can find something better. So if
Okay,
somebody
fine.
wants to help us think of a better term.
All right, yeah. But we can put this to the test. If you like the term rockabye for rockin' lullabies, then give us a thumbs up, y'all. So I think we should play Giants if we got time for one more.
We've got all the time in the world for you guys to play anything.
Yeah, we might as well. This was our tiny desk song this year. Like, it's not as much fun without the chorus, but
yeah, it's funny, you know. Like the name of the song is "We Battle Giants," and the song was written for Bonanza Jellyfish's birthday as a birthday present. So it like the origins of the song are about an ode to friendship and
adventure
and how we conquer things together. But it's funny, like it's taken on more meaning as time has gone by because there's just a lot going on in the world, and like we have to,
because we're battling a giant right now.
Yeah, literally,
just a microscopic giant.
It's crazy. The world is a crazy place right now. Thank you for bringing some sanity to it.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you.
So this is called We Battle Giants.
You're adventurous and curious and wonder what the top of every mountain looks like. I follow you to great heights, and we could hang out anywhere, but you wanna hang out up there, so I follow you through the time. Down in the earth up to the sky. We battle giants together. If you move, I move. You move, I move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We battle giants forever. And there'll always be giants. That's true. Thank God, it's my favorite thing to do. You're intelligent and reverent, and you make me laugh with a single side of your eye. I can read your mind, and we could hang out anywhere, but you wanna hang out up there, so I'll follow you through woods and time. Down in the earth up to the sky. We battle giants together. If you move, I move. You move, I move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We battle giants forever. And there'll always be giants. That's true. Thank God, it's my favorite thing to do. When I think about you, I think about faith in you, futurous and love and truth. You gorgeous soul, you're like singing through wild mystical energy. Beauty comes out, don't know how you did it. Better and better with age. That's all I can say. We battle giants together. If you move, I move. If you move, I move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We battle giants forever. And there'll always be giants. That's true. That's true. Sing it with me now. You know what to do. What to do now. We battle giants together. We battle giants. We battle giants. You move, I move. You move, I move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We battle giants forever. Battle giants. We battle giants. There'll always be giants. That's true. That's true. Thank God. It's my favorite thing to do. Whew.
That was awesome. That whole set was amazing. Thank you so much, Bandits on the Run. That song was really fucking awesome.
You're really fucking awesome.
You're really fucking awesome. And we're going to play another music video, and then we'll come back. We'll say our goodbyes, and we'll talk about my potential bandit name. Because we do have to talk about that before the show wraps up. And we're going to play New Constellation by Atlas Engine. Guys, my fiance Pooja and I are actually in this video. So it's a really good song and a really good video, and also features me. and my fiance Pooja. So everyone, enjoy it.
Love it.
Oh yeah, just pull up YouTube. Yeah, pull up a YouTube stream. I'll be right back.
Tonight the sky is burning. Listen from the flames. A new constellation formed from our weightlessness. The world was never defined, now on display. Just like a shadow from a sunset far away. Mirror of light, will you stay with me? Will you stay with me? I can feel you hurting. I know how it's been. I only wish I could be closer for you, like salt on your skin. Oh, you are the soil, and I am the sea. Oh, but I turn to
When's your next live stream session? Yeah, we'll plug that. Awesome. We got like 40 seconds. And wait, I didn't have my mic on. It was just muted. So we're back. We heard and watched New Constellation by Atlas Engine, and I think my mic may have accidentally been on during it. So everyone probably heard us talking. It's okay. It's our first time doing this, so stuff's gonna happen. Stuff is gonna happen. But thank you so much for doing this. It was a lot of fun talking with y'all and watching the live performance. Very, very well done. What's next for Bandits on the Run? You guys have another live stream session coming up later this week?
Yes, this Friday, March 27th at 7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing another live stream on our Facebook and on our Instagram. It'll be a special one. That was actually the night on our tour when we were going to play at the Kennedy Center. So we'll probably dress for that.
And we're going to dress up, and we encourage everyone who watches to dress up too, because you know what, we deserve it.
Yeah. I'll be wearing a suit, definitely. If I had a tux, I would be, because it's the Kennedy Center. It's the Kennedy Center. That's really amazing. You guys, this is just a small bump in the road. All this great stuff will be there when life resumes, including the Kennedy Center.
Indeed. Indeed.
And how about, do you guys have any releases scheduled for this year once the world resumes normal shit?
Well, before the world resumes being normal, we are planning on releasing our Love in the Underground short film, which is gonna like a double music video for the A side and B side of our single that we released earlier this month.
Mm-hmm.
That'll come out in early to mid-April, so keep your eyes peeled. You can follow us on Instagram and you'll hear all about it. And then we've got a couple other songs that we're working on right now that will be out by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the ones that we played today for sure.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, you can check out our Tiny Desk entry, which we just played. We Battle Giants. Which is it's a lot of fun, I can guarantee.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. I can attest to that. I swear, if there's a Bible here, I'd swear on it. But I swear, you guys, you just have to trust me, everyone listening. You could also trust Sam Sumter, my friend, who also gave me a shout out in the comments. Hey, Sam, of Bands Do BK, another great entity in Brooklyn, publication, radio show, all that great stuff. She was actually part of the group of people that we were working on a showcase at South by Southwest, which you guys hopped on, and then it was canceled. So, because everything was canceled. So, but next year, we'll be there next year, and it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll eat tacos and stuff. But before we go, my bandit name. Last matter of business.
To be fair, it has to be something that feels natural to you.
Okay.
But we were thinking, given your name, Tom Gallo, and since gallo in Spanish is rooster, we thought maybe Rooster Tom.
I'm into that. What about Rooster Tim?
Rooster Tim!
I love Rooster Tim.
Sometimes my friends call me Tim for some reason. And it's pretty close to Tom, so, but it gives it, Tim's more sneaky, right? Tim's a little sneakier than Tom, right?
Not mess with Rooster Tim.
Like
Rooster Tim.
Yeah, like Rooster Tim seems like the sort of guy who comes into town and before you know it, your like pocket watch is gone.
I'm gonna work on my pickpocketing skills so I can steal some fucking pocket watches. That's my new calling. After we're done with this pandemic, I'm gonna quit my job, become
You
Rooster
get very
Tim,
close to people and take their
just
pockets.
steal pocket watches or a living. It seems like it'd be fun. Hey, this was such a treat. Thank you for doing the first ever live streamed episode of Look at My Records and performing a wonderful live set. I can't wait for us to hang out in person once coronavirus is eradicated from the earth.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And we can't wait to tune into any other live sessions you do. We're excited.
Oh yeah, totally. This went so well. I'm definitely gonna do it again.
Yeah, awesome.
Heck yeah.
Thank you guys. We're gonna end the show with one more music video from my friends Forever Honey. Everyone out there, you may know them as Q. They recently changed their name. They're back and better than ever. And they have a music video called Christian, which I'm also in. So half of these music videos I'm in.
Wow,
that we
nice.
played on the show today. So here you go. Thank you, Bandits on the Run. Everyone, I'll see you at the next live session. Thank you, Left Bank Magazine, for putting on this great virtual music festival and asking me to be a part of it. I had a blast.
Bye,
Bye everyone.
Bye. That was fun.